Transportation for all of Bob Volkrod's hunting adventures is provided by Victor Chevrolet. Check them out at victorchevrolet.com.
The Marco Polo sheep is now considered to be amongst the premier animals for the big game hunter to pursue. Its large size, huge horns, and home amongst the highest mountain peaks of Central Asia make it irresistible to the most committed and adventurous hunters. But that hasn't always been the case. First described to the West by the great explorer Marco Polo, for the next 600 years, the animal was considered to be a mythical beast. But to the peoples of this remote and rugged land, the Marco Polo sheep has been a central character in their traditions, culture, and way of life for many thousands of years. And now it fills the imaginations of hunters the world over.
4 to 5 years ago, I kept seeing these pictures show up in the magazine. I go, that's a heck of a sheep, I was going to take 5 years to do my obsession for all the North American animals and the big six in Africa and all the turkeys. And I figured it'd be a neat deal to do the Marco Polo on the 6th year. And everybody kept saying, you better do it as soon as you can. You're not getting any younger. And well, I tell you what, they were right.
This week's Conservation Angle has been brought to you by Wild Sheep Foundation.
To see my first Marco Polo was breathtaking. I mean, to me, he looked huge, In my mind, he still looks huge, Down. Yeah. Down. Just the adventure, the travel, and everything to get here, to read about him, supposedly one of the hardest sheep in the world to get, and all of a sudden you're standing on a mountaintop with mountains all the way around you, snow, and you spot a bedded down Marco Polo. It's like it's burned in my mind.
One up on top sleeping. He's not quite big enough. We're gonna ride the horses now, see what we can find.
The Obsession Quest is Bob's attempt to give something back to the hunting world that has given him so much. This unprecedented effort will see Bob hunt, track, and stalk across the globe for all 50 North American big game animals, a wild turkey grand slam, and Africa's legendary Big Six. Though this adventure will put him in front of some of the planet's most dangerous animals, it's their mountain hideaways that give him pause.
When you figure in that, I'm afraid of heights, and you look at these mountains, they can be very intimidating. They used to intimidate me so bad that that made me afraid. I'd look at that mountain, I go, well, that's intimidation. And part of this obsession is, I look at the mountain now and I'm saying, I can do this. I take my time or whatever, I can get through this. They don't intimidate me as much anymore. I look at the beauty of them, but I'm not as afraid of them as I was maybe 8 years ago or 10 years ago.
An adventure this extreme takes a team, and Bob has always had a worthy partner in wife Sheila.
Obviously, I have a pretty understanding wife.
We got married on the 4th of July and went on an antelope hunt for our honeymoon. We say Bob lost his independence on Independence Day.
But she's her own person too. She likes to work in the wood shop and she likes to do the travel and things like that, and that keeps her part of it.
We were two people that were able to do what we love to do, and a lot of people complain about their jobs or they're tired of working. So we're real fortunate in that way.
She always tells me, don't take any chances and always be careful, and I always lie and I say I will.
All his hunts are always different, even though he's got lots of black bear or caribou. Each hunt is different. The group of people he goes on, each TV show he does, it's always different.
She watches the video and with anticipation of how it was, and oh my goodness, she gives me the dickens, you shouldn't have been doing that,
It's kind of hard at times because it doesn't really ever slow down. It's fun.
And we're just a team, we're just a team together. When you stack hunts up and you try to put them in difficulty order, a lot of times the place that you are is difficulty. Like on a polar bear hunt, the temperatures are harsh, the environment is harsh, you're going across ice, you're staying in igloos. They make do with whatever they have. They're incredible people. And I put these folks right here, these guides, all the people that worked on us, same way. They don't look at a mountain and say, well, I can't get over it. If they see a Marco Polo on the other side, they're going to figure out how to get you there. And so you trust them.
Small. Small.
I'll walk up on top, then come down over the top. That's what he's saying. We can look down over, and he's got a big one located up there. Okay.
Mountains this remote and inhospitable require guides born amongst the very same peaks. Interpreter Artem Nuhalov knows Bob is in good hands, with Baby and Sasha leading the way.
Baby, first of all, his nickname. He started working in the camp when he was very young. That's where he got his nickname, Baby. His original name is Dushun. He is a kind of real outdoor person. He spends much time in the mountains hunting. His parents were hunters. His ancestors were hunters. So I think he inherited this ability to spot animals from miles away with the naked eye from them. And Sasha's original name is Sagun. He is also a real expert on the mountains and horses. He always takes care of hunters like they're his not just friends but brothers. They also have this sense of adventure. When they see an animal, sometimes they want hunter to shoot this animal even more than hunter wants himself.
Closed captioning has been provided by Swarovski Optics.